And as you well know, this is a heck of a business to survive that long. Like, I really didn't think I'd make it that far.
What do you think would happen?
Actually, to be honest, I thought I'd do much better than I did. But I was in Portland, Maine.
Oh,
do you remember that? And,
yeah.
And I was walking in a mall, and I guess you guys had been there an hour before me, so they just thought I was like a lost route. They were like...
In a big gig like this, they have a rehearsal, do they have a walkthrough, do they have like a sound checks and that kind of thing?
I don't know. I'm a bowler, and I'm eating soup, and I look across the room, and I see Jessica Simpson. So I'm like, oh, that's Jessica Simpson. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm famous, baby. So...
Oh, that's true. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Sure. That'll keep you pushing, so, and I was just playing clubs and stuff. So I just started working out to alleviate the physical symptoms of stress. And then it just took a few weeks before someone would be like, Dave, you look good. Do I? Record stars, and Jay-Z says on one record, Kanye, you's a genius. You did it again. And Kanye stood up. First time he spoke all day, he goes, stop the record. And rewind that. You know what it is, Dave? You've been a stand-up for many years. And you probably get that question when people say, oh, my God, you're a comedian. Well, what happens if you go out there and you tell your jokes and no one laughs? Nothing happens.
You could go up and say something.
Well, that's what I decided. Now, I don't normally do this, but it was Jessica Simpson. I said, let me just see, what's going on. So I went up, I'm like, hi, Jessica Simpson. I didn't know what to say. I'm like, my name's Dave Chappelle. I was like, I'm on TV too.
Yeah.
And she was like, I know who you are. And I was like, I knew it, bitch. I didn't say that to her. I was 14.
14?
Yes.
Your mom let you go gig at 14?
Oh, my God. She said, take me in the beginning.
Like the clubs?
Yeah, oh, my God, yeah. And then after the show, I can't really say it on television, she would critique my act on the drive home, which was a very long ride. You don't want to hear your mom say, like, those jokes need to be cut and all that stuff. It's like the Rick James sketch and all these great sketches. And in the middle of it, Kanye's phone rings, and he's like, hello? He goes, no, I can't. No, because I'm at the edit for the Dave Chappelle show, watching sketches that no one's seen before. And then it goes like this, because my life is dope, and I do dope, and he hung up the phone.
He said that when he's in a situation where he senses that things are not going his way is when all he does is rely on the material. He doesn't worry about anything else. He just goes right on with his material, and sooner or later he will prevail. Do you have that experience?
Not at all. No. I'm talking about the Newlywed Show, you know what I mean?
Right.
I've been a newlywed. It's nothing like that show. If I made a show about my first year of marriage, it'd be called Bitch, You Tricked Me.
Okay. All right, but let's be fair. Was she right? Did those jokes need to be cut?
I'm eating them jokes today, buddy. No, she was wrong. I mean, listen, she was right in the sense that it's gross.
Pressure now to leave a bigger tip at a restaurant, especially in the glow of the news. This is happening to you?
I don't know if you've heard the stereotype. Black people don't tip well. You know what I mean? Yeah, I gotta keep, I'm holding the line.
And tell us what you've done. I believe this is correct. Since the last time I saw you, you now have 2 additional kids. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm a baby-making machine, Dave.
Congratulations.
Thanks for being here.
Man.
Good to see you.
Absolute pleasure. I don't know why. I got like nervous when you did that.
I was gonna tweet you, but I couldn't find which one was you on Twitter.
Well, this is the thing. Okay, I recently have a Twitter account. I haven't tweeted in like 2 years. Look, okay, first I went on Facebook. I typed my name in, they were like, you cannot use celebrity names. I was like, word? That's my middle name. I have 2 middle names.
That's nice. I was hoping my middle name is Michael, and I thought, wow, this would be great if your middle name was Michael, or if my name was Dave Curry Weber Letterman.
This is the weirdest start to an interview ever, by the way.
You know, being a celebrity, your realm of getting in trouble is worse than the average person. You know what I mean? Like, the average dude got to go out and look for trouble. I'd be sitting around mind my own business, and dude come up, hey, man, you're Dave Chappelle. I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? Hey, I got 12 naked bitches in a hot air balloon. You trying to roll with me?
16, so you had 2 more shows.
Yeah, we had 2 more shows. Solange is joining us. Yeah, it's going to be a great lineup. Usher's joining us, a bunch of people.
Well, you got to imagine this is what the sound is like at Radio City Music Hall, but times 10, because it's 4,000 people in there.
Now I'm nervous again.
That's my daughter. I got my son was back there, and I have another son that's coming this weekend.
Oh yeah?
Yes, we're gonna have a swell time.
Do they enjoy living? Do they enjoy living in Ohio?
Yeah, they don't know any different. Like, they love it.
He didn't mean it like that. He didn't mean it like that.
Let's just say you had the $40 million. Who's to say you would be a happier or better person?
I think I might be a happier person.
I just stay in the house.
Yeah.
It's funny because, like, when I come out, everybody screams. But when I go home, it's not like that.
When you go home, I mean, that's the thing that's important to remember is that when you go home, it's a different situation, right?
Yeah, my kids don't even care. They're like, oh, Mr. Promise is back from the road.
Well, thanks for being here. What's on your mind? What are you thinking about?
I've been thinking about these shows. You know, the reason I'm doing this residency is it's a personal thing. It's like, it's my 30th anniversary in comedy. And
I got famous. So
Yeah,
thank you for that. I appreciate it. That helped.
He's getting stronger.
I must come back.
I was at home
I
watching
must
television. Jimmy Fallon is getting stronger. I must stop.
I never knew that your middle name was Michael.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I don't know how I'm going to use this information.
Yeah.
My wife's still a little salty at me.
She's not happy with you right now?
I mean, she's not mad at me, but don't think you're going to walk away from $50 million and your wife's just going to be cool with it.
You said, sort of famously at the time, you said, like, we got to give this guy a chance. Okay, which I agree with. You got to give a guy a chance, but not
Especially, right. This is very true.
Okay, so now we're 7, getting on 8 months in. How do you feel about the chances that he's been given? Do you still want to give him a chance, or have you given him all the chances he's going to get?
It's not like I wanted to give him a chance that night. It was like living in the corner of perception and reality. You know what I mean? And, like, it's a weird place to be. When everyone thought Wesley Snipes was in jail, I saw him at a party.
That's right.
Philosophy that helps us get through things like this. You always got to remember one thing when you go through these problems, Dave. And I said, what's that, brother? And he said, I ate a dog today. Just grow up. Get over yourself. The difference in lifestyle is minuscule. The only difference between having $10 million and $50 million is an astounding $40 million.
Very nice. Got babies. How old's the baby now?
He's 18 months now.
Oh, that's very cool.
He can't quite talk yet, but that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
For him to talk.
Yeah.
Because whenever you ever had a conversation with a guy that lived in your balls, you know? You know, it's funny. Nowadays, I'll celebrate it usually just by watching MTV or something. I mean, thank God for Martin Luther King, because before integration, the radio sucked. Everything on the radio was like bum 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 bum.
Mr. Sandman.
Funny to me, I call my English teacher. I'd be like, "Is this Mr. Johnson?" And he's like, "Yes, it is. Who might this be?" It's like, "You're a dead man, Johnson." So he's like freaking out. He's like, "Who is this? Don't worry about that punk. You're gonna die. Unless you change David Chappelle's grades." I don't know how he caught me. The other night, right? Me and my buddies went to a strip club. My friends were getting married. And what better way to celebrate a marriage? We go to this strip club, and I'm smoking a cigarette in there. Yeah, I figure I'm famous. Maybe I'll get away with it. So the stripper comes up. Stripper. She says, "Sir, could you put that cigarette out? I'm going to have you thrown out of here." You have your gonorrhea-infested vagina in my face. You know what I mean? It's like...
Drugs and alcohol at these clubs, like were people in there like tempting you?
Well, no, it wasn't tempting because it was like dudes having cocaine nosebleeds and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So I never really got into like the drugs of it. The worst habit I picked up was probably smoking cigarettes.
Do you still smoke?
Yeah, just moments before I came out here.
And I speak for myself here when I say also we were very, very excited that you put out these comedy specials. 13 years, like a locust, you have returned with these. Why did you decide to put 2 of them out?
Money.
Money.
You know, you see yourself and your kids. Yeah. So the boys, I know what they're up to. Like when my son's like, I'm going to my room. I'm like, yeah, I bet you are. I know what you're gonna do up there. But maybe it's not as bad as when I was. I don't know what he's doing up there, you know.
And I start hearing all the stories like comedian Dave Chappelle's in a mental institution in South Africa. And I was like, man, I must be losing my mind.
Yeah.
Because I thought this was the beach. Yeah.
You know, listen, man. In the last 6 months, I think we're all getting an education about the presidency. I don't know that I've ever heard in just popular discourse people discussing ethics this much. And I didn't even realize how ethics were necessarily supposed to work at that level of government. And he's putting all this stuff on the forefront.
Well, nobody really talks about oxygen until someone's got their hands around your throat.
It was dope, though, man. LeBron got on stage with me and did a few comedy bits. He was funny, dude.
He did comedy bits on his own, or he did you made fun of him?
I made some assists.
And the little girl, how's she doing?
She's actually backstage.
That's nice.
She's, couldn't find a setup.
Yeah. Speculation. And is there anything that we don't know that we should know, or something we do know that we shouldn't know?
Huh?
It's a weird thing to get called crazy. At first it was scary, and then now I feel like it's liberating. Like, I feel free, like I can just say what I want to do what I want. They already call me crazy. So it's like I was in Starbucks this morning, jerking off in this lady's coffee, and I was like, I know you read about me.
Very true. But if you remember in that monologue, in that Emmy-nominated monologue, let's hear it. I think the episode was nominated, but it's what they call it, the ugly Emmys, where they just send it to you in the mail if you win.
You went to South Africa. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
And you lived in South Africa for an extended period of time.
Well, no, I was there for 2 weeks.